'cause we're gonna be legends. Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends. Gonna teach them all a lesson. Got this feeling in our souls we carry.
What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life? I just want to document, like, it's so obvious to me what's gonna happen with Dailyvee and Snapchat. Like, our execution these next 12 months, it's gonna be so fucking crazy. What a lot of people don't understand is it's execution, and we put the pieces in place of full execution. I don't think anything valuable comes fast. There's a lot more of the Gary Vaynerchuk success story than the overnight 24 months, everything happened for you success story. I wish I did this 7 years ago. I wish you got to see the last 7 years. Every minute, every day, always, forever. Don't come in here, you're right.
He's wearing sneakers and jeans. And they're not letting him up.
Hey, D-Rock.
Yep.
They're not letting us upstairs because I don't have shoes. Because I have sneakers. Can't get my keynote.
All right, they're letting him up, okay?
How many people in this room have sent an emoji via text in the last 6 months? Go. Hold on, hold them up. There are grown-ass men in here who sent there are grown-ass men in here who sent a piece of poop with eyes on it. No way. Did it just come in?
Well, yeah.
Is this how thick it's gonna be? I didn't realize this when we did it. I guess this is gonna help put a cherry on top of the sundae of, like, the work is the work. There's no talking about it. There's no going on the Ask Garyvee show and pontificating. I'm excited for you guys to continue on this journey because get ready to be very exhausted. Hey Rick, it's Gary Vaynerchuk. How are you? Super well. I have in my calendar that we're recording today. I'm at the door. Do you have? That's in. Fuck, man. Fuck! People don't think of entrepreneurship as a skill.
Right.
They don't think they can be LeBron or be, 9 Inch Nails or be 50 Cent. But everybody looks at me and says, I can do that. If you right now, as you're running through the airport or driving on the highway or going to a job, you, my friend, are not an entrepreneur. You may have entrepreneurial tendencies. Being an entrepreneur, a purebred entrepreneur, the way that I see it, is somebody who doesn't even have the ability to have ever had a job. The reason I was an F student, and I'd like to think most of you realize at this point, I'm no dope. I'm not a dummy. It was because I couldn't deploy going through that machine, which was built to go get a job, and I wasn't honing the skills that I knew I had to have to be who I was, and I knew this at 9 years old. Amazing dog. Beautiful. What a dog. I don't even like dogs. I don't like humans. I don't give a shit about trees, motherfucking nature, animals. I'm all about the people. I know that bothers a lot of people, but it bothers me when so many people don't like people. Like, everybody always gets so mad at me when you're like, oh, you don't like dogs, you're a bad guy. You don't care about Mother Nature, you're a bad guy. Most of you don't like other people. You're a bad guy. I'll tell you the number one thing that scares the fuck out of me. Okay. Nice watches and Ferraris. Yeah. Here's what I mean. Okay. Do not sell these people bullshit.
Mm-hmm. It's gotta be real, it's gotta be valuable.
Because you'll make money, but your grandkids are gonna think you were a dick.
Right. Understood.
You built an actual fucking business.
Yeah.
You're not a fucking self-help coach that only sells info products. It comes down to very simple things, which is do not get caught up in taking a fucking pretty picture, like on a vacation, on a fucking boat, on Instagram, and selling these people bullshit. Yeah. Everybody's doing that.
It's everywhere you go.
You built a business. Mm-hmm. That's what you pound on.
Okay.
And if you happen to be motivating and charismatic,
all the better.
All the fucking better.
Yeah.
I think documenting your journey on, again, Medium, your own personal blog, YouTube, SoundCloud, Anchor, on and on and on, Snapchat, on and on and on, of you going through this journey. I mean, it would be really cool to have content right now about when Vera Wang started learning, like literally learning how to create a dress, right?
What do you think are the key ingredients to a good story?
I think the best ingredient to a good story is understanding what your audience wants to hear.
Okay, cool.
And so because I have so much listening capability and so much empathy, I'm able to really understand what they want to hear. Now, what I think makes a great storyteller is not a good one, is understanding what your audience wants to hear and understanding what you should tell them predicated on that, and allowing the authentic, most high value information get to them instead of pandering or manipulating them.
Okay, an entrepreneur like me, what if I wanted to study cannabis?
Then move to fucking Denver, bitch. Fuck Houston.
So why do I have to move to Denver though? Like,
Because that's the current law. Why do I hate Texas with all my heart? Because I'll tell you exactly right to your face. I hate Texas. Listen, I hate Houston more than you fucking hate the system right now, because I built a wine business where I shipped wine, and this fucking bullshit ass state took Specs money, the politicians, and blocked only one store from shipping to Texas, me, because I was at the top of the heap. I was doing $4 million in sales here, saving all Texas people money because I was creating competition, and the wholesalers, 3 of them, paid your fucking bullshit ass Houston politicians to block me from shipping here, and one day I got a letter and said, you can't ship here anymore. So what am I supposed to do? I can open a store in fucking Texas and throw down, or I can adjust. That's what you have to do. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, bro. Who's an entrepreneur in here? Raise your hand. Let me give you one really, really good piece of advice. Speed is 4 billion times more important than perfection. The amount of you that are crippled by getting shit right instead of getting shit done is insane. And it is an absolute variable to success in an entrepreneur land where you have to do something in those couple years or you're fucking dead. Go talk to 90-year-olds. They regret. They talk about regret. I wish I did. Literally, inevitably, I do this. I wish is the opening line. Hey man, tell me about your life. Like, this is what I do. And this is what I did in my 20s. I spoke to a lot of old people, they lived it. And literally, one by one, at airport, park or park, event or event, bar or bar, every one of them, all of them started with, I wish. All of them. Wow. Pretty cool, huh? The office is so intense. Look at this. Statue of Liberty. All right, my room is legit, guys. I don't even want to look at it, I'm so excited. Look, if you want something to happen, you can't just visualize it. This isn't the secret shit. You need to actually have a plan of how you're gonna get there, and more importantly, the bigger your ambition is, the more patience you have to deploy against it, the more work you have to put against it. It's just the way it is. Obviously your talent is a variable, great, you're gonna crush it and make it in 6 months, do you, that's fine, just not how I see it. And so the audacious wants and needs of buying, at least from a business standpoint, a professional football team. Even back then when the Jets were worth $1 billion, I knew this was gonna be a $5, $6, $7 billion execution. And so even though I did great in the wine business, even though Crush It had popped, and I was building the Garyvee thing, and even though I'd invested in Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr at that point, I still had the self-awareness, even though everything was showing me with my investing that I could make a lot of money that way, I still had the self-awareness that for me, what I thought was gonna be my best opportunity was to go and not start a brand. The idea of creating the next Captain Crunch versus buying Captain Crunch when the company that owned it didn't manage it well and wanted to sell it off, there was just no comparison. On stage tonight, I thought a really interesting thing to talk about would be self-awareness. If I could spend 2 to 3 minutes with all of you and make you understand that self-awareness is probably the single most important thing that you can spend time on for your outcome, for your future life, it would be so exciting to me if hundreds or thousands of people left here today and started really realizing who they actually were. What are you actually good at? Are you actually in a position to be successful? What do you like doing? Because the opportunities are endless. The problem is we are scared to do different things because the fundamental core reality is we worry about what other people think. We worry about getting judged if we fail. One thing that I've been very blessed with is I've traveled the world quite a bit for business and speaking. And one thing that a lot of people may not understand is that entrepreneurship does not work in a lot of other countries because failure is a scarlet letter. Here in the US, we're so lucky that entrepreneurship is met with when you fail, you pick yourself back up and you go. And to me, that is unbelievable, and we are blessed to be in that ecosystem, and we need to take full advantage of it.